literally have an intruder inside the school building, because they were being absolutely stupid during this lockdown. Like, they were really acting like this was a joke. Everyone in the class was telling them to shut up, and they were just laughing about it as if this is just a joke to them. So before I talk about my experience, I want to point out that I'm going to be explaining exactly what I really didn't like about this school beforehand, and because it's really going to go into exactly why this was like an experience I really wanted to talk about. But anyway, if you had an experience similar to this after watching this video, don't feel free to comment that down in the comment section below and we can talk about it. Or if you don't, then just enjoy the video. I honestly hated going to my middle school, even though it was a magnet program. It didn't really feel like it went by those standards, mostly because the entire school was ghetto. Teachers, the students, pretty much anybody I knew. So honestly, I really stayed to myself in that school, not because I couldn't connect with people, but mostly because at that school, I really just didn't want to be around anyone. Because going to that school, there were a lot of things that I had to stay out of. Such as, like, just about every single day I went to that school, there was a fight between somebody about something either just not really that serious or something just completely stupid, honestly. But I'm like, other than that, it's like there are these few people that I try to connect with, but it's like every time I found somebody that I can actually be friends with, everybody else tries to get them in trouble. Well, they do get them in trouble, up to the point where they're moved to a different class, kicked out of school, they even leave the school themselves. So at that point, it was like for pretty much all 3 years that I was going to that middle school, I pretty much just stayed to myself the entire time. But the main reason that I really stayed to myself is because kids did a lot of stupid stuff at this school. Like, I remember certain moments at my middle school to where it's like there was this one dude, he actually like punched the principal in the face because I'm not even sure, I think she said something that he didn't like, even though that's not really even a reason to hit a woman, let alone you're the principal of the school. So then it was like, from there it was like, I remember there were these 2 police officers who had to sit down and talk to him because he was still angry and all. And then it's like, I saw the principal with a black eye, and it was like, that was pretty disturbing to see. I'm like, other than that, it was like kids were really catching attitudes with teachers and gym coaches, or even the principal herself, because no one liked the principal, even though with me, I thought the principal was pretty cool. But nobody liked her for some reason. I don't even know why. So the thing is, like, kids were catching attitudes with all the adults for like really dumb reasons, such as like, I didn't feel like doing my homework, and then they get lectured about doing homework, and then it's like they're yelling in the class. Sometimes they even have students who just get up and just leave the class without permission, just because of the fact that like they're angry or whatever, and it's like it's really not that serious. So going to this middle school, I never really wanted to be around anyone, so I really just stay to myself, and I really am glad I have, because honestly, if I was around those groups of people, then I can't really imagine the type of person I would have turned out to be today, because honestly, I'd probably be ashamed of myself if I did. However, everything I've said up to this point is like literally nothing compared to what I'm about to explain right now. So the thing is, there was this one day, I can't remember exactly when it was. I know for certain it was like in my second year of middle school for certain. There was this one day that we were just watching a movie and then just chilling, because that's the type of teacher I had. He was mostly a laid back teacher. He's not someone who like gives a ton of work, but at the same time, he's not like somebody who just makes it too simple. So pretty much on that day, we were doing a not research project. We were doing like a little, I'm not really sure what it is. It's like when you watch a video and then it's like you have to take notes on it. And then it's like, that's basically what the test is. And honestly, that's a pretty fun test to take, honestly. But it's not the point. So the thing is, on this specific day, I remember like in the middle of the movie, the announcements came on. And then the principal was telling us all go on lockdown, lock the doors, block the windows and whatever. And it's like pretty much from there. And the thing is, this was not a drill. Like, this was a real lockdown. Because apparently the lady in the front desk, there was this man in a hooded jacket, and then he like she said that she saw like a handgun or something on the side of his pants or whatever. So it is like, I think she she pretty much went to the principal's office, explained the whole situation. From there, the intercom went on. We were explaining to go in lockdown because this is not a drill. This is a serious thing. But the thing is, the students, well, at least 2-3 of them, they did not take the thing seriously at all. So the second the announcements were on, like before they were even off, honestly, the teacher, he turned off the movie, turned off all the lights, blocked windows, barricaded the door. Pretty much from there, he tells us all to hide under these 2 really big desks, which I don't think is really going to do anything, seeing that, I don't know, I'm not honestly sure, like, didn't really have a lot of time to think anyway. So pretty much from there, we're all hiding under the desk, we're all being quiet, well, except for like 2-3 guys, because they were being absolutely stupid during this lockdown. Like, they were really acting like this was a joke. The thing that really like made me mad about this whole situation is that they were really not taking it seriously. Like, the thing is, they were literally yelling out loud in the classroom, like, hey, we're in here, come in here. And it's like everyone in the class was telling them to shut up, and they were just laughing about it as if this is just a joke to them. Like, we seriously have an intruder on the campus. We literally have an intruder inside the school building. I don't mean like just walking outside of it. I mean like they're literally in the halls. And then these 2-3 kids in the classroom are literally yelling out loud, like, hey, we're in here, come in here. And it's like everyone was shutting up. Like, the thing is, like, they were really making me so mad that I actually want to like punch one of them in the mouth, giving them the message like, hey, you need to shut up, because I don't even care if this is for you, you're gonna drag us into this situation. We don't deserve to die because you want to be stupid and something that's this serious. Like, even the teacher was telling them over and over again, like, hey, shut up, like they were seriously gonna get us killed. Now, I thank God for this, because the dude, even though he was in the hall, for some reason he never even went into a room. He just walked in the hall, and it's like, thank goodness he didn't come in the room, because he would have known where we were, because these 2-3 idiots decided like, hey, it's gonna be a joke, let's go ahead and try to be funny by yelling in the classroom that we're here while an intruder with a possible weapon is going to break into the room and possibly kill us. And on top of that, it's like they would have dragged us down in it, and we didn't even do anything. So a while afterward, because we were in that lockdown for probably 30 minutes to an hour. It was a pretty long lockdown. I don't even know why. It just was. I guess maybe we were taking extra precautions in case he was maybe still around. But pretty much from there, I remember after that, we were told to get out of lockdown. And from there, we were all told to go home because our parents were called. So we had to go home early. Now, as for the 2-3 kids that were being stupid during this lockdown, I'm not sure exactly what happened to them, because they surprisingly didn't even get expelled from school. I'm like, sure, they didn't come for a few days, but other than that, they didn't get expelled, even though they possibly could have killed us all during this lockdown. Although the really stupid thing is, during this school, at this school, this is not the only time this has happened. Of course, it hasn't happened like a ton of times, but it did happen another time that I definitely remember. It was during my second semester in my 3rd year of middle school. Because, oh my gosh, like, I definitely remember this one. Although this time it wasn't with the same guys from the last one, but it was this one kid who I was friends with back in the 6th grade during that. But then it's like, after that, it's like I really stopped talking to him, because it's like, I don't need to be around someone who can do something this stupid. Now, for this one, it was pretty much the same thing as the first one. Principal gets on the intercom, tells us all to go in lockdown, everything, windows barricaded, doors barricaded. We hide in this other room we had inside of the classroom. So pretty much we're inside of that room. Luckily, you have to have like a specific key that the teacher had to open it. So literally, even if the dude did find us, he can't open it. Even though the other side of that classroom was like an entire big window. I mean, like a whole window. Like, it probably would have been easy to break in, honestly, now that I think about it. So pretty much the entire class is hiding in this room, and it was kind of cramped because we had a lot of students in the classroom, and it was a pretty small room. Although the thing is, like, during this lockdown specifically, there was this one kid who decided to play a joke, even though it really wasn't much of a joke, seeing that it was a real lockdown and not a drill again. The thing is, every now and then he either yelled something out loud like, hey, we're in here, or he was like banging on the window to where it was like literally you can see the outside of the schoolyard or whatever you want to call it. And so everyone in the class is literally telling him like, hey, you need to chill out, okay? We got an intruder on the campus. Okay, they didn't say this, but it's like that's what I'm saying. Like, we have an intruder on the campus. You can't be joking around at times like this. Like, this is serious. You can get us all killed. And it's like, my teacher, she doesn't play around with this type of stuff. And so she's literally telling him like, hey, you need to shut up and you need to sit down. Either that or I can like get you out of my room. As in like put you out in the open in the classroom to where they can kill you alone and so we can stay safe. And then the dude was like, would you really do that to me? And then she's like, I'm not playing. Like, it's like, if you want to go, you can go ahead alone. Cause she said that you were not gonna drag us all down with you. And it's like, dang, I never heard my teacher talk like this before. Now, luckily for this, the intruder was on the opposite side of the school. He definitely would have caught us for certain with what this kid was doing. So the thing is, like, this lockdown didn't last that long. I think it was like 20 minutes. It wasn't really that long compared to what I'm saying, honestly. So the thing is, like, after we're done with the lockdown, the dude, the intruder, he leaves the school. And then from there, we pretty much just go back home, even though it was only like, it wasn't really that long until we go home anyway. So I guess it's not really leaving early, it's just leaving. Now, other than that, I really don't know anything else that happened. I don't know if the guys got caught. I don't know if they really did have weapons or anything. This is basically just my experience of what happened during these school lockdowns. And honestly, I really hate being around that school. Especially with retards who think it's funny to go ahead and yell out loud or give a sign that like, hey, the class is inside this room, come in here and kill us. And it's like, do people really think that school lockdowns where you have an intruder who possibly has a weapon is a joke? To where you can possibly get your whole classroom killed because you want to be funny in a time like this. And yeah, during these experiences, like, I was actually like genuinely scared. And it takes a lot to scare me, honestly. Because the thing is, like, I was actually afraid that day that I was actually going to die. I really didn't think I was going to, because it was like, these guys are really being this stupid. And it's like, oh my gosh, like, I cannot believe there are actually kids out here who can be like this. And it's like, I really thought I was going to die that day. At least the first one for certain. The second one, I mean, like, a little, but not as much as the first one. The first one, that was absolutely scary. Being inside of a dark room where it's like you have no sunlight, and then it's like all the halls are dark, and then it's like you have someone walking through the halls who could possibly hear you through the door. It's like that's scary. That's really scary, honestly. But anyway, that was basically my two scary school lockdown stories that I had in my life. Other than that, it was like, luckily the second lockdown story I had was like my last semester being at that school. So basically after that, I was basically able to leave, go to high school, which luckily I at least loved going to high school. That's good. But anyway, that's it for this video. Have you ever had a similar experience to this? Hopefully not, because nobody needs to be in that type of situation. But anyway, that's all I have to say for this video. If you had a similar experience, you can go ahead and put that down in the comment section below if you want to. Or if you want to keep it to yourself, then that's fine. It's whatever. But that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please leave a like and subscribe to the channel for future videos, and I will see you guys next week. Or was it see you guys in the whatever. See you guys in the next video.